don't use the I don't have a lot to say, but would you like to hear a story?
Yes.
Sure.
This is not the story of a man who's plagued with a gambling addiction, a husband and father who brings nothing but destitution, sorrow, and shame to his family, a man who believes the best thing he can do for his family is erase himself from the equation. So instead of telling his wife, again, he gambled away more than his salary. He says to her, I'm going out for a pack of smoke. I'll be right back. And he never returned. This is not that story. This is not the story of a woman abandoned by her husband and left alone to raise their 3-year-old daughter. A woman who can't figure out which is worse, to be abandoned by a father or a husband, because she loves her husband in spite of his flaws. So much so that when he left, he took a piece of her with him. He left an empty space inside of her. And in that space, pain rooted and grew like an oak tree. And just like an oak tree, firmly planted by the water, it grew big and strong. Still, every day, she tries to drink it away. But the pain never wavers, and she's never sober. This is not that story. And this is not the story of a little girl named Ella, whose father abandoned her at the age of 3 and her mother left her when she turned 14. Ella barely noticed she was gone, because as far back as Ella could remember, she had been feeding and clothing herself. By the age of 10, Ella was forging her mother's signature on report cards and test papers, and then important documents requesting extensions on water and lights. By the age of 12, Ella had a job working online selling death insurance under her mother's name. She used the money to pay bills, make groceries, buy school clothes, and supplies. On Ella's 14th birthday, her mother vanished. Ella loved her mother. She wanted her to get better and wished nothing but the best for her. But she didn't miss her. Ella lived alone, secretly, for 2 years until being discovered by the family's physician, who demanded to meet with her parents. The doctor notified Child Protective Services, and Ella, her mother, and her father were summoned to court. On the date of that summons, in courtroom A, alone, Ella stood in front of a judge, quietly listening as he commended her on the job she did raising herself. Not only did she hold down a job and take care of a home, but she went to school every day, got straight A's, and kept all of her dental and doctor appointments, even if it meant getting caught. The judge emancipated her. She was now considered an adult. And at the age of 16, for the very first time, Ella heard someone say, I am proud of you. So very proud. And then the judge said that he knew she would grow to be an outstanding young woman. And she did. Yes, she did. But this is not that story. This is the story of Peter, a happy-go-lucky, semi-charismatic, ravishing young man who fell madly in love with Ella.
Yo, was that like a pre-written or was that like off the top?
It was pre-written.
Oh,
Pre-written.
okay. I was like, yeah, that's woo! Boy, you bad. You get up here and just